Hey guys, good evening. I want to thank everybody for tuning into AB's World. Tonight I'm just going to speak about facing insecurities as a man. I wanted to say that it's amazing how many audience I have listening to me from Ukraine, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Bangladesh, and the UK. So I appreciate you all tuning in. I hope that all my podcasts provide value and they help you in terms of looking at yourself in the mirror and realizing that every single day is another day for you to wake up and to see that you have to realize that your challenges are your challenges and only your challenges. You're on your own journey. A lot of people are not going to be able to relate to you because they cannot see inside of what you're seeing. It's a completely different world. What you're seeing in terms of what is reality and what is not. People look at things in a very different perspective on certain situations. So, for example, there's a lot of men right now that are my age and they're just not evolving. There's so many things going around, with today's new world and technology and women, and people are not making as much money as they used to. We are in a recession pretty much. Inflation is crazy. Food has gone up. You already know what I'm saying. I think that in order for men to really evolve, you really have to learn how to accept rejection and accept certain situations and realize that making peace with your past is the only way that you're going to grow and develop some sort of relationship with yourself so you can succeed, if that makes any sense. I just feel that so many people are just stuck in their own way. They're not looking to see the whole picture from a different perspective. Everything has to be a black and white issue. For an example, politics, right? I'm really not much of a political person, right? This podcast is not about politics. I don't pick and choose sides. I just think that one candidate has better ideas than the other candidate. That doesn't mean I'm going to go and support that candidate because I like a few ideas that they're doing and I like their ideology and how they're going to bring their ideas into life and what they're going to bring to the table. That doesn't mean I'm going to run out and go support that person. I think that people have to take things more seriously when it comes to their own success in terms of your body, your health, your fitness, your mental health, your money, your job, your relationships. You have to take one thing at a time. Like, I understand that my podcast is still a little bit of a mess. I'm still in the working phases of trying to make this podcast a lot better, livelier. I had a guest last week, and the podcast was really unbelievable. However, they couldn't hear me speak. I don't know what happened to the audio. They couldn't see me. I decided, you know what, I'm going to post it anyways. The podcast was that good. I think that sometimes people are afraid to not just step out of their comfort zone, but actually afraid to fail. That's why I'm talking about facing insecurities as a man. How you know you're going to fail if you never actually tried? You never actually attempted to go speak to this girl or that person. You never attempted to start a podcast or anything. You're not going to be good at anything in the beginning. And I think that people really want instant gratification. They want instant success. They want money. They want that house. They want that car. They want that vacation. They want that relationship. They want to leave America and live a better life elsewhere. Just an example. But nobody's actually taking their goals and acknowledging which ones are important and which ones aren't. Because people are in their own way of their own success. They're insecure, including myself. I have a lot of insecurities with my past, with my own family, with my own situation, with my job. I don't think that, my job is worthy of me. I know I could do a lot better. I know that I'm capable of making a lot more money than what I'm making right now. I know that I'm capable of making $10,000 a month. I know I'm totally capable of managing whatever I have. And I think that a lot of people, not only are they insecure, but they're not really willing to face reality and start from the bottom. And a lot of people are going to go and start judging, oh, but this guy works at McDonald's for $15 an hour. I said this in my last podcast. Do not judge a book by its cover. You don't know everybody's story. And I think that as soon as we start working on ourselves and we worry about ourselves and our well-being as men, and we come as a community to realize what's important and what's not important, prioritizing, then maybe somebody, will actually change their life completely. I don't feel a lot of people are willing to change and make a sacrifice, including me. I'm so stuck in my own comfort zone in terms of routines, and I'm stuck in my ways. I still have some doubt. I wouldn't say fear. I have some doubts, and I think that has maybe to do with the way I was raised and brought up. It could be a sign of PTSD for some people. And I think that you have to really write down what is it that is really holding you back. For me, what was holding me back is my attitude, the way I looked at life, and my negative energy held me back for so long. And I realized that I have everything that I need in my hands right now to actually make a lot of money and become very successful. I got a computer. I'm speaking on it right now. I'm speaking to a studio audience. I'm speaking to people from all over the world. I don't know, whoever's listening from Australia, shout out to Australia, because it's 16 hours over there. Right now, I'm in New York City, and it's 8:57 p.m. on March 4th. So, you already know what's going on. The world is changing very rapidly, and we have to use our creativity to get ahead. This world right now, there's still a lot of talent out there, despite all this AI and, lookalikes and virtual assistants. You're the one that's going to have to do the work. You're going to have all these resources and tools, sure, like AI, virtual assistants, Google, ChatGPT, anything you can think of. We have to work together to make the world a more peaceful and better place to live in. We have to start eating better. We really have to start working together. And I think that a lot of mental health issues in America a lot of it is related to the food that we eat. A lot of men are not eating what they're supposed to be eating. People are working long hours. They're very stressed. I've been there before. Like 2 weeks ago, I was working 50, 60 hours, and I couldn't really do any of my out of work activities that I would normally like to do, and I'm willing to do that as long as they allow me to do it, so I can save my money and invest it and enjoy my summer. Because once summer comes, I'm not gonna want to really be working like a freaking machine. I'm gonna be wanting to do this and use my real estate license and see what's gonna happen with the housing market and just get myself out there. Everybody has to have a goal and a plan, right? You have to have a goal and you have to have a plan how you're going to accomplish that goal. Right now, my goal is to continue making as many podcast episodes as I can, so one day I could be a famous YouTuber and famous on TikTok and Instagram by providing some value and adding some inspiration to people's lives by speaking about topics that many people are very uncomfortable speaking about. So many men out there, because this episode is really about men facing insecurities as we're getting older. Time is flying. You know what I'm saying? Time is flying by so fast. It just seems like yesterday I was just 18 years old, dropping out of high school, didn't know what the hell he was going to do, but I realized one thing. I had to get my education right. I have my high school diploma. That's the only thing that I have. A lot of people, my age are ahead of me in terms of wealth. They have families, they have cars. So sometimes it just makes me feel like, what did I do wrong? And everybody else has this, this, this. And then I realize I didn't do anything wrong. I'm a very different person than most people who I associate myself with. And I think that's really what it is knowing who you are. Accept that you have these wild challenges that are very complex and only you can understand it. As I get older, because as I said before, this episode is about men facing insecurities. I'm just giving my input. You guys can take it or leave it. I just like talking about different topics and sharing my opinions and my thoughts. I would love it if somebody would want to volunteer to be my guest on next episode. It would be great. You guys have my Instagram. You guys have my email. It's abysworld718. And my Instagram is powermindunite718@gmail.com. Talk to me there. And I have TikTok as well. I don't even know how to use TikTok, to be honest. I'm still like getting the hang of this whole entire TikTok and Snapchat situation. I think that's also another reason why AB's World is not as huge as it should be, because I'm not really active on many social media sites, which I'm trying to change. Anyways, off topic. Back to what I was saying about men being insecure. It's so interesting that I've been in therapy my entire life, and so many men are very skeptical about going to therapy. I want to talk about that. I started to realize, I would say, within the last few months, maybe the end of last year, fall of last year, like November, December, beginning of this year, why so many men are skeptical about going to therapy. Why therapy is very empty. Like, you're just going to talk to a complete stranger about all your problems, and he's not going to have the answers. He's just going to listen to you, and he's not really going to guide you because he doesn't know you, and you're going to have to go to, like, I don't know, 20 or 30 sessions, maybe, to heal and to get to the cause of the issue. So I was actually thinking of a better idea, because I'm not against therapy. However, I think that there's so many people in America, unfortunately, that are very ignorant, right? They can't really understand the definitions of two things: what actually is a mental disorder and what is a neurological disorder. I think that we need to stop labeling certain people and putting them into certain categories and start working together as a community. I've been thinking about this for months now, for real, for months. Months and months and months I've been thinking about this. I want to actually speak to my mentors about this. You know, people that are talking to me in my own community about entrepreneurship and financial goals and how we can actually go to the next level in terms of investing and buying properties and just going ham on your goals, just like crushing it. Anyways, back to what I was saying about therapy. My bad for changing topics. I think that so many men within the age of 21 to like 35 have so many of the same issues, right? Most of us really are the same when it comes to not what we want, but same issues. Everybody's different when it comes to their needs and their wants. Everybody wants that woman, everybody wants that house, everybody wants that car. Nobody wants to be working anymore the 9 to 5. People are tired of that, right? People are not really making as much money as they want to. You know, a lot of young men that are maybe even younger than 21 years old, they don't have fathers. They go and they end up hanging around the wrong people and just doing things that they really should not be doing. And really, that's really what the bottom line is here is we really have to work on that and fix the community by working together. And I think that group therapy for men within that age, like I said, like 21 to like 35, would be great. I know so many people that are, including myself, that are single and they go out with these girls and these girls are just not doing it for them. You know, I've been there before. You know, I was with a girl, I really liked her because I thought that she was authentic and, you know, she had her own car, her own money. She was somewhat independent. And I was out with her for like 3 months. I don't know what I was thinking, you know. Maybe I would marry her because I know I'm getting older and I don't want to die alone. And my boys thought I was crazy because I told them that, you know, it's a big possibility that, you know, I want to possibly marry this girl. And little did you know, I ended up breaking up with this girl because it was just not working out. It was just not where I wanted the relationship to be at that time. I got a lot of criticism from people in my family, and I just didn't give a damn because at the end of the day, only you know what you want and what you deserve in a relationship. You can't let anyone persuade you, push you, and tell you what's right, what's wrong. And I think that one of the things as men is that they go, and I do this too, I'm definitely a victim of this specific topic. I go and I ask maybe like, I have like a few homies, like maybe six. I go and I ask all of them for their opinion, and they all give me different answers. That means that I'm not confident within myself in terms of what I want out of that situation, or I don't know what the right answer is because, I'm so impulsive or overly thinking about it that I can't make a decision like that. So, that's really what it is. You got to really stick to what you believe in. And look up to one person, okay? I think that maybe two friends, and that's it. So, as I get older, I realize that having less friends is probably for the best because I don't have time for this drama. But my friends that are with me right now, they mean a lot to me because they add value to me. They add some valuable information into my life. They aren't just a whole ball of energy. They make me comfortable being around them. So I just would like it, if I'm a type of person that I don't care if we disagree, we could agree to disagree or disagree to agree. I don't care about that. At least let's just be on the same team. We don't have to be friends to be on the same team. Like, I wish that all of my friends would really like want to go ham, right, on making a lot of money. Like, I'm talking about like Warren Buffett, which like we could all do something crazy. Like, I always believed from a young age that there was no way that I'm not going to be wealthy and successful in one thing. Like, I'm finding my passion right now at 30 years old. No, not by working for the United States Postal Service. That is not my passion. I just think that it's a job that pays my bills, and I go home and I do this. Like I said, I have my real estate license. I also have a dog walking website whenever somebody calls me. I gotta fix that too. And I work out at the gym. That's it. Anyways, off topic. Finding yourself at an older age is really hard because you gotta teach yourself everything from like 25 and up. That's why, in America, they use all these stupid words. Sorry for talking like that, like autistic, developmentally delayed, ADHD, all these stupid terms because they don't seem to understand what it is to be a hyperactive man that actually wants to do more than what he is given from this country or establishment. The thing is, it's when I talk to people that work really longer hours than me, I don't believe that I work so many hours. The only reason why I'm always complaining and I'm always going to say I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired is because where I work, it's mentally exhausting. I work with a lot of people that will say a whole bunch of crap and give it a whole merry-go-round, and I'm just not with it. Like, people don't know how to speak to adults anymore. Fights break out. Rats are running loose. Like, this is literally my job that I have to go to every single day. Like, corporate America has just become a joke. Like, nobody really wants to freaking work for anybody anymore. I don't. Like, I really hope that this is my last job and I'm actually able to get this podcast to where it needs to be in order for me to say goodbye to my job and be an influencer on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, talk to people, have them on, go to different places, and understanding different cultures from different backgrounds, traveling more, seeing different people, how they live their life, and what's their ambitions and dreams. That's what I want to do. I'm here to inspire other people that you don't have to settle for less. As long as you have a game plan and a goal, you have to put everything into action. And it will happen. Like right now, I have a game plan how I'm going to get a car. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I don't know why I didn't think about this from beforehand. Like, how am I going to get a car? I took a piece of paper with a pen. I started writing everything down that makes sense for me to get the car. Not just money, but what kind of car is affordable in my budget. Because anyone could just go and get a used car, right? For like $1,000 or even $2,000. You're going to make sure that that car is good for you in the long run for like 3 or 4 years. Because so many people right now are facing some sort of financial difficulties where they can't even afford a lease, which is not really the worst thing in the world because, sometimes people have that mindset that leasing a car is a waste of money. It all depends on what you want to gain from that car. And I think that, buying a used car as a first car is probably the smarter decision than getting a leased car. That's just my opinion. Because at the end of the day, like, most people in New York don't know how to drive. Your car is going to get destroyed at some point. So, you really have to take everything in consideration. It's not just about, he has a car or he's privileged. I hate it when people say to me, oh, because I want better in life, that means that I'm privileged. Doesn't mean I'm privileged. It means that I just want to go from point A to point B. I'm sick and tired every single day taking the disgusting, smelly New York City transit, bro. Like, I'm just tired of that. Like, the government's always saying they're going to come and fix it. They're going to upgrade it. It's safe. It's none of those things. It's all lies. It's horrible. We don't have a good infrastructure. It's all lies. That's why it's important to become a more independent person and stop relying on people to help you write down your goals and come up with a game plan. You have to execute on your own. Nobody's going to hold your hand and guide you. Trust me, I wish I had somebody that guided me early on in the years. And now, I'm 30 years old, and sometimes I don't even know what the hell I'm doing most of the time, to be honest. Even with the podcasting and the real estate, I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't. Like I said, this podcast, I take it seriously because I keep doing it on a consistent basis. I still don't know what I'm doing. Like, as I said, I had a guest that came on 2 weeks ago. It was probably not professionally done because they couldn't hear me or see me. At the end of the day, I took a chance of posting that onto my Spotify. And 24 hours later, boom, I get 20 plays. Now it's at 21 plays. I just hope that whatever I'm saying resonates with people. Start working as a group. Group therapy is super important, I feel like, and just in my opinion. And I can understand why so many men are afraid to speak about, things that are important to them. I just don't understand why they don't want to express that. Most men are going through what they're going through. Very similar situations, as I said, with dating and finances and finding yourself and work and relationships and family and all that. At the end of the day, it's like you can't do it alone. And, I have an ego problem. I don't know if it's because I'm an Aquarius or my way of thinking. I don't like to ask people for help. And then when I just text them, like my boys, they get mad because they automatically assume I know the answer. But it's sort of like hypocritical to a certain degree. I don't know why though. Like sometimes I might, play the victim card or whatever it may be. Sometimes I may feel that I'm not getting the recognition that I deserve. But at the end of the day, this is on me. This is all me. This is my life. This is AB's world. Guys, I hope that, what are we now? We're in March. I hope, I don't know when, I don't have a timeline. I hope that I'm able to go to Florida in Miami. But not anytime soon. I want to go and do a podcast over there. I know there's some people there that want to be on my podcast. Before I let you guys go, I just wanted to say I'm extremely grateful for my co-host, for everyone listening to me. It's amazing. Even one person listening to me from Ukraine, that's amazing. Even one person. I notice everything. So, I went to the movies this Saturday night, and I saw Captain America, and I met these two women. So, guys, not to cut off this topic, but right now I'm just speaking about my experiences and my week and how it's going. Hopefully, the next episode, not on Thursday, because on Thursday I'm gonna have another episode, but the next one after that, I'm gonna try to get some guests and see how I can make it more interesting and how I could provide more value and what inspires you to continue living your true path and your destiny. Anyways, I saw these two women in the movies and they approached me. They were really good looking women. And what was the first thing that I said? Of course, I introduced myself and I laughed because laughter is the best medicine. Anyways, they want to be on my podcast too. So, this could be interesting. We have to keep it diverse. We got to keep the culture going. We got to keep AB's world alive. We got to keep your world alive. And don't stop until you are satisfied or at least halfway to your destination where you can breathe and then you continue going. Don't cut yourself short on the goals that you're trying to achieve, and have a plan and have a reality check too. I think that some people just think that this life is a game and they don't want to take it to the next level. They go depressed, 60 years old, and start pointing fingers. That's not going to work. I promise you it won't work. I tried it for 28 years. I blamed other people for my own crap. It didn't work. But I really appreciate everybody tuning in. Hopefully I'll have more countries tuning in and getting this on YouTube. Guys, I'm on all platforms. I'm on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Overcast. All right. Thanks for tuning in and have an amazing day or night. And peace out, guys. Take care.